Hello and welcome to Teleislas News with the most relevant and important information of the day. Clarifications regarding the collection, handling, and disposal of solid waste on the island were made through a press conference this afternoon. The head of the Public Services Portfolio pointed out that the company in charge of the waste collection is not performing its duties.
The Secretary began her intervention by stating that there is clearly an accumulation of solid waste on the island and that on several occasions she has made a request to the company providing the service to determine contingency plan to avoid delays in the garbage collection. In view of the situation, she spoke about the meeting with the superintendents of domiciliary public services to present her concern.
Nos hemos reunido el día con ellos del día de hoy con la superintendencia manifestándoles.
We have met with them today with the superintendents once again, expressing our concern because, as you have seen in different areas of the island, today we woke up again with garbage, which causes the street animals to make disorder.
According to Vaccination, despite the fact that the new vehicles for this purpose were recently unavailable by the entity, they are still not fulfilling their duties. The head of the portfolio emphasized that through the following up done from the Secretary, it can be said that Transbuster is not complying with the proper collection of the urban waste. On the other hand, reference was also made to the special waste and that it should not be mixed with the urban waste, taking into account the management of the waste that is taken to the landfill to be treated with the urban solid waste plant.
Hay una medida preventiva impuesta al sitio de acopio de residuos especial.
There is a preventive measure imposed on the special waste collection site Punto Verde, located in the industrial zone. This measure was imposed by the corporation in 2018 for e-waste, which is electrical and electronic equipment.
During the year 2020, according to the Secretariat, 1,483 tons of usable and non-usable material have been collected and removed. In addition, of March of 2021, they have removed 1,429 tires from the Punto Verde. However, the amount of waste generated on the island is high. For this reason, resources have been allocated for a consultancy of how the site should be operated, as well as an item of 5,400 million pesos was assigned to the budget addition for a one-year contract for the collection of special waste through workshop in order to comply with the guidelines for the lifting of the preventive measure.
In the afternoon, the President of the Departmental Assembly held a press conference to announce the status of a call for the elections of the Secretary General of the Duma.
The President of the Departmental Assembly, Scorcio Christopher, announced that the election process for the position of Secretary General that the Duma had been advancing was declared void due to the fact that the 8 applicants did not meet the requirements.
We want to tell the community that these participants, some of them never present them graduation professional diploma. Some of them never present the resolution for the diploma. Some of them never present the examination, the English test that you need to present as a requirement for the Law 47. And some of them never present the correct experience that certify them that they can hold this position as General Secretary for the Assembly Hall. So we want to invite them that maybe they never put attention, those that can certify the document over, and the new one them that is available that want to present, they're going to have time now to present, because these 8 that is we declare dessert was with the assistant from the University of Magdalena. So welcome to anybody and everybody that want to present when we mount up the new resolution.
The Assembly announced that the call will be reopened again, but at the moment the new dates has not been defined.
And today, the massive vaccination campaigns against COVID-19 began in the educational institutions of the department in order to reach the goal of immunizing all the inhabitants of this archipelago.
With the aim of advancing the national vaccination plan against COVID-19, the Secretariat of Education and Health throughout the Departmental Assembly began daily vaccination days in the educational institutions of the department, according to the schedule and timetable established with the directors of each of the schools from October 25th to November 3rd of 2021. Today, these sessions began in the Industrial Technical Schools and the Carmelo School. Yokohama J, the COVID vaccination coordinator, invites the community to support these efforts.
Today, I want to invite all parents who have children 12 years and older linked to any of the educational institutions of the island to support the vaccination sessions against COVID that will be developed from October 25th to November 3rd, both in public and private institutions. The only requirements are that parents sign the informed consent where they accept that their children receive the vaccines. 2, that children must carry their identity card. In that way, they can be identified. And 3, that children should have their breakfast so that the body is strengthened at the time of receiving the vaccine.
For its part, the Ministry of Health and the national level issue a communique stating that although the effects of the virus in this population are less severe, it is vitally important to be aware that they are the main vectors of channels of transmission for the elderly.
Very concerned about the vaccination schedules of children under 12 years of age, since we have coverage in that range of only 35% of 16 to 19 years of age, 44% of 20 to 24 years of 22%. These percentages are very low. This means that we have many young people and children unprotected in the vaccination of COVID-19, and although these do not have severe effects, if they have an impact on the population.
It should be noted that during this session, it will be possible to receive first and second doses. The next session will be divided as follows: October 26, Antonia Santos and Liceo del Caribe School; October 27, Natania and the Gimnasio Real; October 28, Bolivariano and Luis Amigo; October 29, Sagrada Familia and Cajasay Schools; November 2nd, Brooks Hill and Adventist Schools; and November 3rd, Flowers Hill and the First Baptist School.
And please pay close attention to this. The COVID cases have been increasing in San Andres. The 18 cases registered during the week, well, they were followed by 23 new positives today.
This Monday, October 25th of 2021, were registered according to the Ministry of Health and Social Protection 23 new cases of COVID-19 in the Archipelago Department. According to the daily report of the Colombian Ministry of Health, since the beginning of the pandemic to date, the Archipelago has registered a total of 7,004 cases. Thus, the month passes with a tendency to increase the number of positive cases on the island. On the other hand, the Secretariat of Health and the EPS continue implementing the test, traceability, and selective and sustainable isolation press to stop the COVID-19 virus and win the battle against the pandemic. The door-to-door testing continues tomorrow, Tuesday, in the Little Hill neighborhood. On Wednesday, they will move to Shingle Hill. On Thursday, they will be located in Mission Hill. On Friday, will be on Mount. And finally, on Saturday, they will arrive in Ginny Bay. Health authorities expect to count on the attention of the community in the sectors where health personnel will arrive. Finally, remember to adopt early biosecurity measures.
The temporary closure of the Janaki Regional Park began formally with the purpose of beautifying the attraction for the enjoyment of residents and tourists.
Today, the formal closure of the Janaki Regional Park began. For 3 days, the tourist boat trip to the attraction are completely forbidden. The Environmental Corporation, in conjunction with operators of the site, began cleaning work.
Aprovechando los 3 días de cierre, hemos estado realizando una...
Taking advantage of these 3 days of closure, we have been doing some cleaning and maintenance activities to the establishments that exist in the park. We also took advantage of these 3 days of closure to clean and remove all solid waste from the park. And we also did some maintenance to the entire park's network. Maintenance was also performed on the entire network of the sewage system that connects to the grease traps and different registers. These are connected to a septic system that exists in the park. Tomorrow, we will continue with the same activities and the removal of all organic and solid waste from the park to take them to the Magic Garden landfill.
And at this time of the night, we continue with Millicent O'Neill and all the news from the municipality of Old Providence and Santa Catalina.
Good evening to all our viewers. This is the most relevant information from Old Providence and Catalina. The first of 2 days of prior consultation called once again by the direction of the National Authority of Prior Consultation will take place tomorrow. According to the call, this will be a follow-up of agreements in the framework of the project for the construction of the Maritime Traffic Control Station on the island of Old Providence under the responsibility of the National Navy Coast Guard. The meeting, to be held at 1:30 in the Catholic Church of Lazy Hill, convenes several local and national authorities in addition to the native racial community of the municipality. On the other hand, today the last delivery of fisheries inputs took place in order to complete the first phase for the reactivation of fishing in the municipality.
Today ends the first phase for the reactivation of fishing in the municipality with the delivery of 37 outboard motors to the associations iFish, Asopesbot, Providence, and Fish and Farm.
Estamos hoy realizando la última entrega.
We are here today making the last delivery of the AUNAP and the Risk Management Unit. Here we are delivering the last 12 engines that were pending in order to fulfill the commitments made to the associations with the fishermen of the island, and this is the last delivery.
Although grateful, one of the members of the Fisherman Federation clarified that some milestones are still missing for the full reactivation of this economic activity.
They come without seat, they come without dry well, they come without a liquid decking on the top, and all those things have to adjust up. So little by little, we're going to adjust up them things so we can reactivate the fishing. Reactivate the fishing in not only just launch an engine. Remember, say, we have the cadena de frío, and we have to have where to put up the fish stem, and apart from that, we have to have the ice.
Precisely because of the need for other missing elements to complete the fishing reactivation, yesterday a meeting was held with representatives of the associations.
Together we have agreed on the issues. The vessels will be supported with resources from the governor's office for their preparation and will soon be 100% ready. We plan to continue working with the National Agriculture and Fishing Authority, reviewing the needs that they have on their way to receive support next year.
With these actions, the post-Yota deliveries for 2021 concludes.
And in other news, the Directorate of Taxes and Customs is holding a service fair in the municipality until October 28th.
Taking into account that Old Providence does not have a DIAN office, a service fair is being held in the municipality by that entity.
We are already serving the public, and we are here until noon on Thursday. We invite the entire community to come so that they can massively make all their queries, the legal procedures they have to do, and take advantage of our institutional presence.
On the other hand, the Directorate of Customs and National Taxes will seek to open a nucleus of accounting and tax support (NAF) through a course on tax issues to be taught at the SENA.
We are going to train so that you have access to route updates, registrations, cancellations. They can have access to our tax, customs, and exchange issues. They can be educated on simple taxation regimes, electric invoices, incomes, withholdings, and other taxes derived from our complementary to it.
For now, the queries and proceedings will be able to be done in the fair services of the DIAN. Those interested may visit the office of the Chamber of Commerce in the municipality.
And this is all the information we have for tonight for this section of Old Providence and Catalina. You guys can continue in San Andres with more Teleislas news. Good night.
Thank you, Millie. And now we will go on to the cultural information of our archipelago.
Smart Films, together with the Ministry of Environment and Sustainable Development, will hold a free audiovisual production workshop with cell phones in San Andres next Wednesday 27th and Thursday 28th at the Sol Caribe Centro Hotel. Starting at 8 a.m., attendees may participate for 14 million pesos with a short film until October 30th in the youth category. The themes of the short films must be about the care, protection, and preservation of the environment. This October 26, 27, and 28, the National University of Colombia Caribbean Campus and the Cultural Center of the Bank of the Republic in San Andres will hold the 10th International Symposium on the History of the Archipelago of San Andres, Old Providence, and Santa Catalina, reconstructing the past of the islands, political, society, and culture. The activity will take place from 10 o'clock in the morning through the Facebook Live of the Bank of the Republic page.
Great, and let's see the weather forecast for tomorrow. The weather forecast for tomorrow, October 26th, in the coastal area of the archipelago, the sky will be with isolated storms. The temperature 30 degrees with winds from northeast directions, with intensities of 16 kilometers per hour. Humidity forecast is of 71, and the probability of precipitations is of 30%.